Yes, folks, it's true. Hollywood could be in real trouble this time, and I have 5 reasons why. I may have more, but we're going to start with the top 5. Let's go. So, Hollywood is a land of glitz and glamour, right?
Absolutely not.
Well, it seems to be facing one of the toughest challenges it's ever had, and it very well could lead to complete failure. Taking some inspiration from a couple of articles I've read recently, I've decided to run down the 5 reasons that Hollywood is about to fail. And they're pretty straightforward. Number 1, pay TV's slow decline. That's right, pay TV bundles have been, well, loads of cash, a veritable cash cow for the entertainment industry for years. Many years, as a matter of fact. Advertisements on cable channels of every stripe have been printing money for years. And of course, then you have the premium paid channels that have led the way for huge profits without any commercials by just offering enough premium content to keep people paying every month. 1 or 2 really good shows, and that's all it took. But the recent acceleration of the streaming revolution has had cord cutters leaving traditional cable and satellite systems at an alarming rate. For some operators, up to 25% of their total subscribers have left in the last 5 years alone. And that's a big number. The availability of streaming services and, well, relatively inexpensive broadband has led to a pretty easy path to cut the cord and take on, well, some of those aforementioned streaming services. But reason number 2 that Hollywood's in trouble is the streaming services themselves. They need to start facing reality. The streaming services once were seen as saviors, but they're bleeding a lot of money. Disney Plus alone has lost over $10 billion. In fact, they will likely bring that total to over $15 billion as of the next quarterly call. And that's just on content alone. It's not counting the infrastructure, logistics, staffing, and everything else that goes along with just setting up and servicing any of these streaming channels. Now, let's check out the 3rd reason: laziness. You see, laziness has bred some very bad content. Pay TV's guaranteed income made Hollywood incredibly lazy. HBO only had to make sure they made a couple of good shows. The pay cable channels, like, I don't know, Sci-Fi and others, every once in a while would hit something that was amazing. Otherwise, they ran a bunch of reruns of, well, much better content. So outside of the true premium channels, everything that is out there in the world has turned into politicized trash. And now even those true premium channels are suffering the same fate. But why strive for quality when you're getting paid anyway? And this has led to repetitive, uninspiring content that's politically biased and mostly just boring. And reason number 4, speaking of politically biased, the woke dilemma has really destroyed audience enjoyment. It's about as simply as you can say it. Hollywood's embrace of woke politics limits its ability to create universally appealing content. In fact, it almost entirely eliminates it. The woke tail is literally wagging the dog at this point. There's no room for a story or any kind of heroics or even heroism. The best this stuff has to offer is Oppression Olympics, and I don't know a better way to describe it. That brings us to reason number 5, the return of free TV. That's right. There's free alternatives out there now. People are rediscovering free television with antennas, ad-supporting streaming services. They're falling back in love all over again with classic shows on diginets. I mean, seriously, why pay for trash when you can get great classics for free? Now, let's cover that bonus I was talking about. And this is the thing that actually revealed the first 5 issues in the first place. The writers and actors strikes have revealed a startling truth. There are no profits to share in. You've heard so many of us saying that for some time now, but the streaming services guard their viewership data because Wall Street would freak out if they saw just how few people are actually watching these shows. Because there's none of them. There's very little viewership. No one likes the modern audience trash. Nobody. The modern audience doesn't exist. Or at least not as they're trying to describe them. And they go to great lengths to not describe them accurately. It's pretty ridiculous. No one likes the propaganda. In fact, they don't like it so much that if investors knew that they were enabling socialism hell bent on destroying their capitalism, and of course wrecking shareholder value, those investors would openly revolt. And I think anybody that's paying attention right now knows that. And that's it. The industry is truly at a crossroads right now. The road ahead is, well, at best uncertain. Hollywood either needs to adapt to, well, what they used to do and make money and make entertainment, or they're going to face even worse times. In fact, there could be no Hollywood. And yet, they really haven't shown under the current compromised and corrupt leadership that they can do this even when pressed. And I suspect we will see an rapidly expanding alternative emerge in the very near future. And I think the mighty mastheads of studios with a century-old legacies or more will sink and be fodder for a rising new. But hey, what do you think? Please use that comment section down below. Let me know, do you agree? Do you think Hollywood may be at its very last opportunity to turn it around? Because I do. Do you think we have a chance of seeing the strikes end? And I know I asked that question a lot in a lot of videos recently, but are these going to end before the end of this year? Before the end of 2023? I really don't think so. But your thoughts are as good as mine, and I'd love to have a conversation. As I said, let me know down below. Hopefully we can strike up that conversation. And with that, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, and until next time, see ya!